Every economy goes through ups and downs in their level of economic activities. This phenomenon of economics up and down is known as the business cycle. Every business cycle consists of 4 phases: peak, recession, recovery, and trough. A recovery is the expanding phase of the business cycle. Real GDP is increasing. Unemployment is decreasing. Business profits are improving and production capacity is more utilized. The peak is the highest phase of the business cycle. Real GDP is at its maximum relative to recent years. Unemployment is lowest also relative to recent years. Business profits and production capacity is at its maximum. A recession is the contracting phase of the business cycle. Real GDP is decreasing. Unemployment is increasing. Business profits is regressing and production capacity is getting underutilized. Please note that an economy is deemed suffering from a recession if it has experienced 2 quarters of negative economic growth continuously. 2 quarters meaning 6 months. And finally, the trough is the lowest phase of the business cycle. Real GDP is at its minimum compared to the recent years. Employment is highest relative to recent years. Business losses are also at the highest, and production capacity is at its lowest. Now let's move on to study the composition of working age adult population. In this respect, we will only be using the adult population, which is anyone above 15 years of age. Among those above 15 years of age, we have the economically inactive people and the economically active people. The economically inactive people are people who are not available for work and or not looking for work. This includes full-time students, housewives, retirees, the disabled, etc. The economically active, on the other hand, are those who are available for work and looking for work or already working. Among the economically active, we have the employed and the unemployed. The employed are those who are working for at least 1 hour a week. The unemployed are those who are available for work and is actively looking for work but has not found a job yet. This is an overview of all the terms you've just learned. What about this person here? Take a look at what he is saying. With this, where do you think he belongs to? This person is called a discouraged worker. He is available for work, but he's not actively looking for work. So what happened is, he has been trying to find a job, but he couldn't find one and decided to give up. He is known as a discouraged worker and is considered economically inactive because remember, he is not actively searching for a job. What about this person? He has a degree, but he is working as a bus captain. Is he considered employed? Yes, he is because he has a job, but he is underemployed. An underemployed person is someone who is working at jobs below his level of skills and qualifications. This also includes part-time workers who are looking for a full-time job. Part-time workers here refer to one who is working at a contract of under 35 hours a week. Now let's move on to the labor force participation rate. The formula is economically active divided by adult population, which is those above 15 years old, multiplied by 100%. So this represents the proportion of people in the adult population who are economically active. It reveals the demographic characteristic of the population. The labor force participation rate is low in places where there is an aging population or in places where there are many full-time students who are economically inactive. Now let's move on to the unemployment rate. The unemployment rate is the unemployed divided by the unemployed plus employed, which is also the economically active, multiplied by 100%. The unemployment rate states the non-availability of jobs for people who are able and willing to work. Finally, let's discuss some of the limitations of using the official unemployment rate. Now let's recap. What is the official unemployment rate? It is the proportion of economically active citizens who is jobless but are actively looking for work. And once again, it is the non-availability of jobs for people who are able and willing to work. And of course, next question is, what is the purpose of studying the official unemployment rate? At the end of the day, we want to see the state of unemployment in the economy. That is, how easy or difficult is it to get a job? You may want to look back at the various definitions and see how the official unemployment rate may not truly reflect the state of unemployment in the economy. The official unemployment rate counts underemployed worker and part-time worker as employed. Remember, the definition of employed is anyone working at least 1 hour a week. Underemployed workers are not working to their fullest potential. They could work in a higher ranked job and higher paying job. Part-time workers seeking full-time work would work full-time if they could. Based on the official definition, discouraged workers are economically inactive. Therefore, they do not count as unemployed. This is called the discouraged worker effect. When a large group of unemployed workers become discouraged, meaning they become a discouraged worker and give up looking for work, it actually reduces the official unemployment rate. This does not reflect the true unemployment situation. These three groups of people do not reflect the current unemployment situation because they are excluded from the official unemployment rate. We will count the underemployed, part-time, and discouraged workers as real unemployed. So this is the formula for the real unemployment rate. The unemployed plus the underemployed plus the part-time worker plus the discouraged worker divided by the unemployed plus employed plus discouraged worker multiplied by 100%. You may want to take a look and make a comparison between the real unemployment rate and the official unemployment rate to understand the difference between the two of them. The real unemployment rate is always higher than the official unemployment rate. The official unemployment rate understates the true unemployment situation. On the other hand, people who have illegal jobs and people who wish to obtain unemployment benefit may deliberately declare themselves as unemployed. For example, stay-at-home parents may be contented to choose to be economically inactive. These two groups of people cause the official unemployment rate to overstate the real unemployment situation.